Hey everybody, welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. Last time we decided to finally go for Sayuri after compiling the votes and such like that. We are Sayuri. And we had a cool little moment with her. We had a cute little moment. It was awesome. We got some crayons and stuff like that. We got her a drink to put on her head, and I don't know, she's awesome. But we're going to start with her now because we just had that moment. We might as well keep talking, Alright, Nick, I really love your poems. I can't believe you've been hiding these from me. I'm not hiding anything. But your poems are so good. Yesterday's and this one too. You can't tell me you haven't done this before. I mean, you're really the only one who feels that way, so... No way! Not even Netsuke? Well, I guess Netsuke is at least likely to admit how much she likes something. But I don't think it's like that. What do you mean? Well, I guess I'll be honest about it. It's a lot easier to write poems when I'm thinking about you. Ah, hey, what? Stop thinking weird things, idiot. I just mean that you're a really expressive person, I guess. How am I supposed to write poems about my own stupid life? But you somehow make everything in your life an adventure, even the little things, like cooking. Let's not talk about that. So yeah. I guess what I'm saying is that I can feel more feelings through you than I can through myself. We have that kind of weird connection, you know? It's your fault for getting in my business all the time. I don't know if I understand. You never understand when I try to explain things to you. Do you, Sayuri? Don't worry, Nick. I got the same problem. I have a hard time. Don't worry. Gotta always think, right? I told you guys before. Need a moment to think about words and stuff like that. I pat Sayori's head. Hey, I'm not a kid, you know. Are you sure about that? Maybe. Sayuri starts fiddling with her pencil between her hands. Hey, Nick, will you give me your poem? I kind of want to keep it. Why? Because, well, it's the first time you've written something for me. Oh, Sayuri, you completely misunderstood. I didn't write this for you. Are you even listening anymore? Well, whatever. I'll give it to you when we go home, alright? Really? Snap! I broke my pencil! Sayuri hastily bends down to pick up the piece she dropped, but being inattentive of her surroundings, she bumps right into me. Sorry. It's fine. I'm trying to prevent yawning. When you guys see like cuts suddenly in the music and stuff like that, that means I had to stop and yawn. That's not just in this game. It's in like almost every other game. If there's like a sudden cut, most of the time it means I yawned, and I don't like it. I'm trying really hard right now not to yawn. I'm trying really hard. If I keep talking, I'm not gonna do it. All right? I'll get it for you. I bend down to pick up the broken pencil. Sayuri clutches the desk beside her to support her knee shaking. Oh no. I'm a little clumsy today. Let's sit down, Sayuri. Yeah. I grab Sayuri's arm and help her sit at the desk. Anyway, I still haven't read your poem. Oh, sorry about that. But it's not as good as yours. Geez, don't worry. I'm sure I'll like it. Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, and bottles, all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle is starlight to make amends. Sometimes a friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off the bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally all done, I open up, and in come my friends. And they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something, but all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Oh, that's sad. I like this one. I like this poem a lot. Holy crap. Sayuri, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever? Yeah, but, I didn't expect something like this from you. Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it, you know? The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Ah, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me to understand my own feelings a little bit better. Sorry. I hate yawning. I hate it. I should get more sleep. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. Oh god. Alright, I do that too. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Cool. Alright, let's go to Netsuke next. Well, it's not really any worse than your last one. But I can't really say it's any better either. Phew. Phew what? Well, anything that isn't a train wreck, I'll take as a win. And I get the feeling you're probably the most critical. What makes you... Wait, maybe that was a compliment? Glad to see someone recognizes my experience. Well then, keep practicing and maybe you'll be as good as me someday. That's, something tells me Natsuki's completely missed the point. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. You think so? Yeah, well I guess you've been friends with her for so long, I might not be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type. Sayori as a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight. That was a little unnecessary. But think of it this way. If it weren't for me, she'd probably just fly away, like letting go of a balloon. You could say that we each take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Amy likes spiders. You know what I learned about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Sorry guys, if you guys like snakes, I can't be friends with you. I'm kidding. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to act like spiders too? Start to like spiders too. That's why I'm not friends with her. Oh, could you imagine like people just acting like spiders, just going like, just like on their like, just like spread out, like got arms like a star, like Patrick Star or Starfish, and like going across the floor and stuff like that. Whatever. Have some like spray string, I can't remember the silly string, and like have it against your mouth and go just start making. Okay, it doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers, and I'm gonna tell everyone. You okay? Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. But I thought you said you wanted it short. Whatever. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. Of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies, and it helps people realize how stupid they're being. I don't know why I looked up the way I did right there, but I don't know. Maybe my body's like preemptively getting ready for like a webcam one day or something like that. But I just like looked up, and I was gonna talk about nothing. Okay, it helps realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course, it's about how everyone thinks that doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Oh, absolutely. I love me some Drop Dead Diva. Great show. I like it. Something that you're afraid if people find out they'd make fun of you or think less of you. I'm starting to own that stuff, you know. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone? It makes them happy. I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of other people can too. It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotions is important, but I want people to think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow too, so look forward to it. More poems? Okay, this is a very long game, okay. Let's talk to Yuri. Let's see what you've written for today. Well done, Nick. Your skills are already improving. Really? Thanks, Yuri. Coming from you, that means a lot. It's nothing. I'm just happy to help inspire fellow writers. I know you're new to this, so don't worry so much if it seems like you can't get your poem to feel perfect. You don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings and writing down the things you see in here. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. That's a certainly interesting technique. Why I think this is. Thanks for sharing. I have, an example of that if you'd like to read it. Of course! Is this the poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods and timidly hands me her poem. Ooh. The Raccoon. It happened in the dead of night, while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread. My subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was a symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife. The moon increments its phase and it reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. Okay, whoops, sorry. And the very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows his excitement. A rush of blood. Classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. I've never read that word in my life. Holy crap. You know big words, Yuri. That's a little more daring than this one. With this one than yesterday's. I could see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions to them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sort of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Huh, that's funny. Didn't Natsuki also write something about that? I was about to say that. About someone being ridiculed for a strange interest. She did? Yeah. She was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody. She's right. I mean, does she really feel that way? Yeah, sounds like you two have that in common. That's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? I mean, she does come off with that kind of attitude, you know. Please don't tell her I said that. Don't worry, I have no reason to. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad you're such a good listener. Alright, Monica, let's do this. Hi again, Nick. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad, I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright. It's pretty good. Makes me think of Sayuri, like the other one you wrote. You two are like the dynamic duo. That's kind of exaggerating it. Yeah, probably. But you do spend a lot of time with her, even in the club, don't you? Then again, I don't blame you for being a little shy. I'm not shy, it's just... I'm just teasing. I know it takes a bit of time to make friends with everyone. But Yuri and Netsuke are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give them their share of time. And you can talk to me every now and then, too. I'm not, like, unapproachable or anything, am I? No, you're not. No, it's nothing like that. I'm just still getting used to being here, that's all. Yeah, I'm sorry if I was putting pressure on you or something. I really didn't mean it like that. No, don't worry. I get what you're saying. Yeah, I get it. Well, alright, but anyway, you want to read my poem now? Sure, I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Man, they got long poems. Alright. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue. An endless cacophony? Cacophony? Wow, I've never seen that word either. Of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking. Yeah, squeaking. Alright. I was gonna say squawking for a second. Screeching. Piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. What? What is this? Colors, bright, beautiful, expanding, endless colors, meaningless noise. Are you okay? Do you want to talk? It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. Just the kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. It's kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of a poem. It's almost like magic. Oh, you're totally right. That way, the way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem could be as abstract as a physical expression or a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind. Or when something unexpected happens. Wait, is this a tip about what? You're scaring me now. Alright. What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned for today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Oh, wait, that's Netsuke. Well, sort of. I don't really want to do something for the festival. It's not like we can put something together in just a few days. But we just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We don't need much more than a few decorations. Sayuri has been working on posters, and I've been designing some pamphlets so we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great. No, oh wait. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us when we're actually going to be going for the event. Okay. Sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica, we're going to have a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is that we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. But Sayori's putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Would have been nice to have more time to know this in the club. You already told me. I know that. Sayori had to tell me that. But you didn't tell the others. That's a little unfair. Giving me an advantage. And Sayori? Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting up these posters, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? No. It's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know? There is no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Netsuke. I would never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guides! No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put out a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what the literature is all about. Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right, and it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings you brought that brought you here in the first place. Sorry, I forgot to delete some I forgot to make some hard drive space. Just a second. Okay, we good. I know you do. I know we all do. And if it all takes place standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Da-da. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we could do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Fine! I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright! Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. Man, you can really tell my voices are limited, eh? I'm much better. You can do way more, like, guy voices, I guess, if you're a guy. I don't know. Maybe that's the case. I don't know. But mostly, like, there's slight variations, right? There's Sayori, who has a that has like a and a higher tone, you know, like my name's Sayori, and then there's Yuri, who has like a but it's a little quieter, so it's like, my name's Yuri. And then you have Natsuki there, and she's just like, oh my god, a little bit like Kiriko from I think that's a Sword Art Online character I just said. That's Kirito, but whatever, Kiriko or whatever from Digimon Cyber Sleuth. And then you got Monica there, who's a lot more professional-like. A lot too close to my voice, but whatever. Man, that's about my limit. It's just hitting me. Oh boy, so sorry if I've been confusing people. Alright, what about you, Yuri? Da-da. Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. Sigh. She says sigh. I guess I don't really have a choice. Ah, that's everyone! You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh, you'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, then how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh, no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monika. Sayuri looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monika finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monika takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monika. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayuri? I'll go next. Yuri's all fired up all of a sudden? Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Sayuri. Yuri, Sayuri's my name. Yuri's your name. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The full poem. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure as she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be the rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she bewilders herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterwards, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we don't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri's down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sayuri hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks up to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Sayuri, it's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. Exactly, that's what you do it. Same with presenting at school and stuff like that. Just breathe first, and you'll get it. And watch, you're going to be running around the classroom, slamming on whiteboards and stuff. I only did that once, but you know what? It was an excellent presentation. It's your poem, so it'll come out best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayuri begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice made as a perfect match. The poem is aimlessly cheery like Sayuri is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it, but hearing it from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori! Even Nick liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of that poem fits you very nicely, but it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where this sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. Why? I have such a feeling that the poems are so unnecessary. I don't know. I'm probably way wrong here. But I don't know. It just hit me now, and I'm starting to get tired of the poems. Like talking about why poems are important. There might be a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. The next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Then why don't you choose something she's comfortable with, you know? Okay, who's next? Netsuke? Don't make me go before Nick. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Nick lower everyone's standards a little. Oh, that hurt. Netsuke, it's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of this podium. Oh, They have eyes, okay? Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yep, absolutely. Yeah. Sorry. Manly. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Netsuke. Yeah, I'm going. Netsuke begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Cue the Florida music. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and a rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She hops back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. Oh wait, wrong voice. You better not make me do that again. Well, you do at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier, okay? I can put on whatever face I want for other people. Yeah. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... I'm with Monica here. I mean, it's a lot easier to do it in front of strangers because, like, you might not even see them again and stuff like that. I feel it's a lot easier to impress them, you know? But, like, when it's your friends and stuff, it's like, oh my god, the pressure's seriously on. I gotta do my best here. And if it doesn't go well, then it's super... just... come off like an oaf, you know? Oh wow, it's been over a half hour. Let's continue this. Sorry, guys. Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about in the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. Might be hard, but I hope you all have an idea of what to like now, of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets so we all know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez, I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. Doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. Makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone, I think that's about it for today. I know the festival's coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's a big day. I can't wait. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayuri and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. It's for the sake of the club, and impressing Monica. Then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Wait, what? Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you. Always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Geez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Nick. You don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. She's giving me a hard time because I want to walk home with my friends. Jeez. Reminds me of there was a girl named Amanda who I used to walk home with, like with my sister and stuff like that too. Like we used to walk home with her. She was really cool. But yeah, there was a lot of that too. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... Sayori fumbles with her words. So let's just say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? Kind of putting me on the spot here. Alright, I would still walk home with Sayori, to be honest. Yuri can come home too, you know? If Yuri wants to hang out, she can come home with us, alright? So I'm going with Sayori. There's no reason you still can't walk with your friends with other people. You know, it doesn't have to be alone, alright? It's true. It's the honest truth. We do that all the time when we were kids. Alright, Sayori, you really think I would ditch you for Yuri? But she's so beautiful and smart. Jeez, I already see her in the club every day. Besides, you seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you. You're so silly, Nick. You think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted it, so... Sayuri, I already made up my mind. I really can't figure you out sometimes. Sorry. Besides, what's the point in speculating something that's never gonna happen? The conversation trails off. It's kind of a weird thing for Sayuri to care so much about, but I want to respect her and keep her happy, too. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Julio, we gotta make a poem now. Alright, we're gonna do this one next time, alright? Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, comment, hit that like button. I love you, all you awesome people. I will see you guys next time. Yeah, sorry, I don't know why I can't seem to remember my outro or intros very well lately. I'm sorry. Alright, love you guys. See you next time.